So we have the invoice, so Control-Alt-I. Control-Alt-I is an invoice form, so that of course will open the form. Like I say, I think most of the forms are pretty readily available in the plus button, but it might be useful sometimes to learn the shortcut to your most popular forms. Otherwise, you go into the plus button, you find your invoice form. If you have the hamburger closed, you still have the plus button typically over here where you can typically find the form. So it's generally, most of the forms are really available in that way. I'm going to open the hamburger back up. Similarly with the check, the estimate, the expense, the receipt payment, the journal entry. Now the customer view, like I say, it might be a way to go because the customer view, you will recall, if I say Control-Alt-C, takes me to the customers. Notice that one I think is more useful because this is a little bit buried. In other words, if you're in the dashboard and you constantly deal with customers, what do you have to do to get there? You've got to go into the sales area and then choose the customer tab. So it's 2 clicks away, basically. Notice that you could also bookmark them. Again, I tend not to use the bookmarks that much because one, I think it's pretty well navigatable to find everything, and 2, if I customize everything out with the bookmarks, I can't communicate with other people as they use QuickBooks, right? Because they're not going to have my bookmarks. So I used to do that with things like Excel, for example, which I think has a lot more complexity in it, and having the shortcuts are quite useful in some places. But again, if you forget where the actual location is, you can't really communicate as well to other people. So I prefer to try to see where everything is laid out. I do, however, think the shortcuts would be great if they can save you a little bit of time to get to this location. So that might be a useful one. It can save you a couple clicks if you're going into this one. Similarly,